Hello everyone and welcome back to the Speak on Mom Scraps channel. It's Caitlin here with another process video. Today I am scrap lifting this layout by Meggy, Crafty Meggy on Instagram and everywhere else. And I really enjoyed the look of her layout with the torn papers on the edges. And I'm going to be using the Pink Fresh Studio Oh Joy collection along with this random red paper I had in my stash. It looks like there's snow falling in the background, which is why I really liked it a lot. So this collection has a lot of different Christmas colors in it. It's got the red and the green, but it also has some blues in it, which I really like because I think it just adds a nice fresh pop to the regular Christmas themed. And then I'm going to try to pick out ones that I think would look good and kind of go with the photo. Now this photo is when we got a Christmas tree a couple years back, which is a really cute photo. My boyfriend was the one who had to sit in the back next to the tree. So that's what this photo is of. And I think I end up pulling out some grays and some blues for this. And like I said, I don't know where that pattern paper is from for my actual background, but I've had it for quite some time. So what I'm going to do is use my ruler to make sure I can get a somewhat clean cut. But you'll see that it's almost too clean. Like I want a straight cut, but I need something that's also got some flair to it. So you'll see I did this one on an angle. And then my next one's also going to be on an angle. I'm just going to use the reverse side of this paper, so this light gray star, which is absolutely adorable. I love the color gray, as some of you guys know, because that's the title of my blog and like my Instagram. And it's just my favorite. I don't know why. And I really like the unevenness, and you can kind of see that in her layout. She went with straight lines instead of torn lines, but it inspired me to do the lines on the top of my layout. Now I did mean to do the doily like she did. I actually just completely forgot about it, even though I kept looking at my phone at the at her version of this layout. So I didn't use a doily behind my photo, but I do stack some embellishments like she does. So I'm looking through these Pink Fresh Studio wood veneer chips, which I actually do use quite a few of. And you'll see that I have a tag to the right of my photo. That's actually a tag I made here on the Speak on Mom Scraps channel for one of the DIY embellishment videos that I did. If you haven't checked those out, I'll have that one linked down below so you can check it out. And I show you some different techniques for doing some DIY embellishments featuring your sequins. Here I pulled out the 6x6 paper pad of the Oh Joy collection. I got that in a, a grab bag a while back from Pink Fresh Studio, so I'm going to use that. And you also see that there's some gaps in my layering around my photo because of the punches in that background, or in that pattern paper. I do pull out a gold doily. Now I did, like I said earlier, I meant to do a giant white doily like Meggy did in her video, but this gold one was perfect because of the gold in the tag I already had made. So it's just an easy way to use your embellishment clusters. If you make very large ones, it's just kind of have one be the main component to the side of your photo. I'm going to layer that again on another sheet of that paper from the Oh Joy collection. I went with the blue this time because I do have blue in the top pattern paper at the top of the page here. You can kind of see those trees, some of them are blues. So I want to make sure I bring that back in so that we have that contrast and that consistency throughout the layout. So now that my photo is matted and I kind of know where my embellishment's going, I need to figure out what else I want to do in terms of if I need a title, if I want a big title, small title, what I'm going to do if there's any stamping, or if there's anything that kind of needs a lot of work to put down like brads like I just had. So I'm kind of concerned about that right now. So first I'm going to glue down these strips because I don't want to forget to glue them down. That way you can start embellishing around them. And I just want to layer those up. And I don't think that this paper, the background paper, the red with white snow on it, background paper is 12 by 12. I really don't think it is. Which if I remember correctly, I got this at a creepy dollar store called Real Deals. There aren't too many that I know of, but everything's sometimes less than $1, and I'm pretty sure they did 20 sheets of paper for $1, but they only had this pattern in a bunch of colors and then one other pattern in a bunch of colors, which I do have. I do have a lot of those still, because again, I had to get 20. But it was a really great deal despite these being very thin papers, but they're really cute, so I guess I don't mind. Here's where I pull out the new Wild Whisper Christmas Comfort collection, and I really like some of these pieces, like this one that says "Don't get your tinsel in a twist." I thought that was so cute because he's putting on a fake pouty face because he has a tree in his lap. And then this little cute car with the tree on top. I was like, that's adorable and perfect for this mood and feel. But I think what I end up going with is one that says, oh, there's another car, tree car. I don't know what it's called. But I end up going with one later on, I think, which you'll see. And here's where I decided I needed more paper. I thought the bottom sides felt just so off, like everything was just falling off the bottom of the page. So in order to not get that feeling, I decided to put another piece of pattern paper down. I could have used washi tape, I could have used ribbon, I could have used a border sticker, but I really like the crispness of the white pattern with the trees on it. I thought it added a lot of weight to the bottom because of the contrast with the red. Here's where I start to look at some washi tapes. I think I end up going with the gold tree washi tape, and this is just from Recollections. This is where most of my washi tapes are from. I'm just going to put a little strip here and there just to get more of that gold foil look. It definitely brings in that sort of visual triangle element without thinking about it too much. Just by bringing in the same color, at least an accent color, numerous times will really help move an eye around the page without overthinking it too much about placement or anything else. So here's where I glue down my photo so I can finally commit it to a spot. And I put mine in a similar position she did. She almost went more centered in her design. And mine's a little bit off center, but hers was a square, so it makes sense to put it more center. And there's that beautiful tag that I had made in one of my previous videos. I know you guys wanted to see me using them on layouts, so this is one of them. I have another one, I believe. It might already be up, but I do have another one coming up, if not right now, using one of my pre-made embellishment clusters as well. That little wood chip piece that I just pulled out says "'Tis the Season." Here's where I thought I was going to do some stamping. I didn't think the stamping would show up well on the red pattern paper. I thought it was going to look pretty bad, so I decided not to go with that. Here's where I pull out this little flare, which I think says "Better Not Pout," and that ends up being my title. It is very, very small, and I do make another layout with this title for the same exact Christmas theme, but anyway, it's okay. I don't mind it. Both photos go really well with the title, so it's fine. So this is a Wild Whisper flare, which I'm so glad they started releasing flare this year because they're just so pretty, and I really like how they add so much dimension to a layout. And here's my sequin mix of choice. This one's like, guys, this one's like my favorite. Every time I do Christmas, this is what I think of when I think Christmas. And it's also the sequin mix I used on my tag there that I made in my DIY embellishment video. This mistletoe mix is just so, 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 so cute. And it has the wood veneer stars. Like, are you kidding me? It's a perfect combo for Christmas. Especially if you're into traditional Christmas colors, this is the one you need. I think it hasn't been restocked yet, but it might be by the time my video goes up. So always check back, and now you can get notified when things are back in stock. So definitely check out your favorite mixes if you've been waiting, and click that bell, or I think it's like a little asterisk, so you can be notified when they're back in stock via email. So here's where I start scattering sequins. I thought there was a big gap between my little title flare and then the photo area, so I decided to do a little sprinkle mix of sequins, having them cascade down. Here you'll see me pulling out the red ones, the white ones, the iridescent ones, kind of just to get a feel for how they'd all fit together. And I also pulled out my star wood veneer box because I used all the stars in this collection, or in this sequin mix pack, so I needed to get more. So I'll definitely have to reorder this one next time I place my Speak 'em Up Scraps order. And if you guys are placing a Speak 'em Up Scraps order, don't forget to use my code Caitlin15 for 15% off your order. I'm going to add a couple more sequins, but this is almost complete. I really made it really, really simple. Meggy kept hers relatively simple. She did a little bit more layering around her photos, but my tag kind of took care of all that guesswork, so I really didn't have to worry about it too much. So we have the sequins from top left to bottom right to get your eye moving across the page, which I really, really like. I think it turned out great. But that's it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think. And be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you aren't already. We have a lot more scrap lifting to do this month with the rest of the Sparklers team. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!